Nigerians, una never hear Peter Obi don break another record. Make una lis ten to this video. This man don expose the whole truth about one particular update now wey dey trend about Peter Obi. See, make una no allow any APC supporter to come across this video abeg, because the way this man you guys are seeing in this video take react to the update wey dey trend now, to the matter wey dey go on between Kenneth Okonkwo, this barrister, and when this barrister talk about Peter Obi, I no go like make any APC supporter hear am. And make una share the video because this man make a lot of points for inside this video.
One presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate. But Mr. Elvis, Kenneth Okonkwo appeared on a Monitor television program, insisting on all of the statements he made against Peter Obi, also saying that Peter Obi betrayed him. He called what happened Peter Obi's supporters noisemakers. Now, some of the obedience have said they will teach Kenneth a lesson if he dares make statements that are unsubstantiated and has no proof. In fact, there'll be multiple court suits against Kenneth Okonkwo. This was a statement he decided to divulge 24 hours after he was appointed as Atiku's official spokesperson. Now, the anchor of the program was asking him, I mean, you have spoken against for this person, and now you're speaking terribly against this person. And Kenneth is insisting he has evidence, although these persons have come to say, we did not say it's Peter Obi, but he's now referring to the NDC. So at this point, is a civil case agreed? He said that they know where he stays in Abuja. Why going to Anambra State? Why going to his residence or Onisha? Why not meet him in Anambra, in Abuja rather? You know where he is and all of that stuff, and that nobody has served him anything precisely. If he doesn't respond to this, what do you think is going to take place?
No, Esther, you know the good thing about it, Kenneth is a lawyer by profession,
Yes.
by training. So he knows what the law says about some of these, allegations he's making in the public television and all of that. So I watched that interview yesterday, and I was seeing how bold he was, how proud he was. He is that he has just been made a spokesperson to somebody, a bigger politician in the country. Yes, it's a good one, but by the time you are in the public, speak languages and make statements that people with, even when you are taken up by it, you still be able to defend it. We saw what happened to Erufai in the same national television of that nature, and where he is today. So if he gets into the level of now, okay, there is already a court case now on and more are going to come, because he is also even saying that he's ready to speak more.
Yes.
So if he speaks more and cases comes up against him, he should be ready to.
He's saying he never said a lie, that the primaries that were conducted.
Any primary, Obi is not an executive member of that party. Obi is only a candidate of the party. So if you are now using Obi's name that they were fraud in the primaries, you are not supposed to be talking about, because even the presidential candidate himself also pays some money to become candidate. So every other person that spoke to you, you should have been aligning them with the executive of the party.
Of the party.
Not single-handedly picking out Obi. It's like he has a personal grudges between himself and Obi. But I think the best thing is that let the court look into.
No,
the
he
matter.
said Obi was the one that betrayed him. That he was undecisive, and
he
that
said even when he left as spokesperson for Obi, he still defend him where necessary. He made mention.
No, it was just the Edo situation.
He made mention of Edo situation yesterday.
But that is not a ground. He made egregious statements. He made very heavy statements. He literally referred to Peter Obi as a criminal, and he needs to defend that in court. Yes,
so let the court do his job diligently as expected.
All right, Mr. Elvis, the president recently, I don't want to use the word murked his critics when they refer to his wife as. So all you know how to do is to supposedly say that Nigerian women, all they can do is akara, kuli kuli, and all of that. And Nigerians were like, wow. So these guys follow events on social media. For the president to come and refer to her husband, his wife as, iyakara and all of that. So if they hear and they listen and they refuse to do the needful, then it means that they deliberately refuse to listen to the plight of the people, because they're obviously following trends on social media. On several occasions, we always try to isolate the president from happenings in the country. That it's possible that his aides did not inform him, but the president knew about his wife being referred to as Iyakara and all. So what does this tell you? That do they take Nigerians for granted? We always say it's those who surround him that are mutilating his government, but with this declaration lately, what does it stipulate?
It shows that they are just naturally wicked, Esther. It's just wickedness. They know exactly what is going on. There's no way the president will tell Nigerians that he doesn't know what is going on with Nigerians now. Is it the insecurity? Is it the economic hardship? Okay, this statement that he made yesterday, just to make people laugh at
to
that,
cruise,
to just cruise the occasion, It's just because he's trending, and that means he also follow the trend of things that goes on in the nation. So if you follow and you come into that gathering yesterday and I call your wife Iya Alakara, then you should still be able to know what Nigerians are crying and telling you to make an amendment before the 2027 general election. There's no two ways about it. It's just because Nigerians are docile. If the president cannot come up with this statement yesterday to now, boss off his wife, then Nigerians should still be able to occupy where necessary all those areas that we know that we are calling on the government to do the needful. I keep telling Nigerians that we must own this democracy and own in total. Protest is allowed in democracy. They're even as sophisticated as America is today. We're talking of 250 years of democracy. The protests go on in America almost all the time, especially when government comes up with policies that are anti-people. So most of the policies that we have seen in this government that have brought Nigerians to his knee, we need to begin to remind him and begin to come out and protest. There is no age. Even the age that you are talking about, they may begin to tell him those things he wants to hear. But the president, I know sometimes in his own free time, he also look at what is going on.
They are obviously aware of what is going on. That statement he made.
He has been an opposition person over the years, so he's gone through all the media to actually know whether the government he was opposing was doing well or not. So that kind of lifestyle he has ever had, he has built over the years. They call him a Democrat and all of that. Esther, I cannot just leave him overnight, especially when he has a bigger role and responsibility now as president of this nation.
Mr. Elvis Elimehela, it's actually funny what we're experiencing, and we do hope that a lot of things the government will understand that they have one priority, and the priority is to alleviate the living conditions of the people and the country, which is also to secure Nigerians and provide adequate welfare services for them.
So important.
Taxes have officially become
a constitutional responsibility.
Exactly. So if people are paying their taxes, if you're compelling them, then it behoves of you to do the needful, not to joke with them, not to use their criticism as a meme or as a joke to say, oh, you all can continue to lament and call me names. I don't see you. I'm going to weave all of those narratives into something a positive, even if Nigerians like to find joy in whatever circumstance they find themselves. Finally, Mr. Elvis, the situation with the Baja Gate situation. A lot is being divulged. Yesterday, this same man, this Prince guy, was being interviewed on one of the popular television stations. But they were asking questions and he kept saying, I can't say anything. The matter is still in court. But there were basic questions he could respond to. Did you get an appointment letter? It's yes or no. Who signed your appointment letter? Yes or no. It's not a controversy. The controversy is false where he alleged that the major person who organized that appointment for him, one Taniola or somebody like that, is now dead. And he's claiming that he was assassinated by certain interests who do not want this information made in public. We would understand you not talking about it because you have to bring evidence that it was Baja who supposedly sent someone to assassinate the person. So if you do not have evidence to that, what about your appointment letter? Who gave you the appointment letter? All right, who were the persons that signed? Or these were the basic questions that were asked. You have 300 staff. You have an allocation to you, a budget allocated to you, basic questions, but he refused to divulge any of this. So what does this say? Could it be true that he was running a fake organization without the knowledge of the presidency?
This is the biggest scandal that can happen to any nation, Esther. What we are seeing in Nigeria. I mean, running an agency, government agency, is not opening a shop that you can say, oh, I'm taking decision to open a shop and maybe probably discuss with your husband. It's not running a shop. Look at the paraphernalia of government executives that are involved in this matter. So at this time, we would have seen that the president has taken a decisive step to make sure that heads are already rolling. If they want to come out clean, that even the buyer of Nanuga that hastily made that statement by now should have been suspended, because they should allow independent agency to investigate this matter and come out clean, for the government to come out clean. What is Baja still doing in this cabinet, even with all these allegations around him? Even the secretary to the Federation of Nigeria,
Secretary to Government of the Federation,
office supervises all the ministries, departments, and agencies. The head of service of the nation that you know cleared the staff of particular staff. Even the CBN, where he has opened accounts in the CBN. This man, Esther, as he spoke yesterday, he should be protected. Nothing should happen to him because
he said he's in hiding.
He has to hide. The government should protect him because if the government
should protect him.
Yes, they should
somebody
protect
that
him.
is trying to indict government.
If the government
this
is
kind
sincere,
of scandal,
if the government want to be sincere to Nigeria, forget about government, forget about Tinubu's administration. It's the Nigeria that owns the government. If they want to be sincere to Nigeria, this man should be protected because every person that are involved in this scandal, this humongous scandal, must be brought out as expected. And Nigerian civil society and opposition and all of that from Monday should begin to occupy all the offices that are mentioned in this matter. You understand? Because you cannot just, how can you even get in an office space within government established secretariat? How do you not put all this together? Do you know the number? Which means the whole gamut of Tinubu's,
he did global meeting. He did
appointee are involved in this matter. To just say that even the National Assembly getting a budget, defending a budget and getting a budget, even the Ministry of Finance, because Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because we saw him hosted foreign ambassadors. He must have gotten clearance from Ministry of Foreign Ministry to get that kind of invitation to all these diplomats that he hosted. Can you imagine the people that are involved in this matter, Esther? So by now, this government would have been declared now as emergency in corruption, especially within the circle of the government. We want to see that emergency is instantly declared. The civil society organization, opposition, and who is in Nigeria should begin to occupy the street by Monday. We cannot continue in this manner, because we have never seen this happen. Is it that Tinubu is sleeping? He doesn't even know what is going on around him.
No, with the statement he made
yesterday,
he's obviously in the know.
So all these ones are happening.
And for Bayo Onanuga to have released that statement, the presidency is aware. Because he quickly responded. Now, we wanted to isolate the fact that Bayo Onanuga overreached his responsibility, or he overreached his position by quickly putting out that
who sent him to do that?
But if with how the president responded to the president's wife as Iyakara, it's obvious that the president is aware of this.
He's aware.
And so there's a possibility that letter was in permission of the president. Initially, we're like, the Bayo Onanuga overreached his position, his jurisdiction, by releasing that response and exonerating Bayo Onanuga without saying that due process must be followed. But let's look at this, Mr. Elvis. This administration has one of the most controversial one in the past in fact, from inception of Tinubu's administration, with better edu whatever, there has been one controversy or the other. If it's not with appointments, it's about certain persons in his cabinet involved in one past corrupt practice, having one baggage or the other, and nothing actually happening.
People in appointment
you understand? Or even drug kingpins and all of that, giving them pardon, presidential pardon, and all of that.
In this government,
no, but Mr. Evans, if we want to look at it, so some persons will say some persons just have an ambition to bring down the government. There's a lot of loopholes around the government that there is no way to explain.
It's the government itself that is bringing down. He said, look at the government now, defending this kind of humongous corruption within the system. The Nigerians, as from Monday, must declare no confidence in this government, and begin to occupy all the offices that are responsible that have been mentioned so far, so that even if the president is pretending that he has not heard, by Monday throughout the week, he would have been able to hear that most of his offices, most of the presidential offices are now being occupied by Nigerians, that the truth of this matter must be known. Imagine budget of Nigeria now went through defense, and for an office that somebody is saying he forged government document. So you forge CBN document, forge secretary to the state government's document,
exactly.
Even the DSS,
and the DSS,
every appointee of the government goes through
it's a huge it's something.
So who are all these? So Nigerians must not allow this to go, be swept under the carpet.
It makes
we
no
have
sense.
to occupy the street to bring the president's knowledge, even if he pretends to be sleeping, in this matter, because a man who pretends to be sleeping and is not sleeping is difficult to wake up. So the president must be woken up in this matter, no matter whether he pretends to be sleeping or not.
It's a scary development if all of these loopholes can pass through top executive
channels.
Whole
paraphernalia
even the top security agencies, the NIA, the DSS, all of these things
this is
went
an
through.
agency that has to do with foreign
Exactly.
matters. You understand? They call it foreign whatever they call
dangerous.
it, investment.
Presidential Advisory Council something. It's a very dangerous thing that they did. Now, if you also consider the fact that it was this same porosity witness that there was a coup attempt on the president's life from that day of inauguration, and I've heard that several occurrences before the one they made public has occurred. There are security lapses in this agency.
Absolutely. The secretary to the federal government cannot be sleeping in this matter.
Can you recall that the SGF had also claimed that certain persons cloned his voice, promising people appointments and collecting money on his behalf?
And we have even seen matters of this nature, revolving around Gbajabiamila before now. So Gbaja has not been somebody that Nigerians can actually vouch for that. Oh, look, because so many things started on Eti even before he got this office.
Even his lawyering, whatever, how he was bad, exactly.
In the US and all of that. So based on these antecedents around him, the president must suspend him now, so that due diligence and probing can, adequately take place in this matter, and let everybody that is involved be suspended, so that Nigerians can actually believe that APC and President Tinubu actually want to fight corruption. If they play down on this, in fact, we already know where we have put them.
But it's sad because there are talks that this may be swept under the carpet, not don't happen, and
that's why I say
move
Nigerians must not ally. It is not APC and Tinubu that will sweep this under the carpet. It is if Nigerians ally that will be swept under the carpet. We have been every day. This government is bringing a lot of shame to Nigerians in the Committee of Nations. Look at the way we are being treated in South Africa and all over the world. They read all these things because they now see Nigerians are so corrupt, so fraudulent.
Even Cote d'Ivoire.
For an agency to be existing, and somebody is now claiming that the one person forged all these documents. How will that person be? Forge all these documents of different offices with such security interests. How do you forge the document of secretary to the federal government with all the security around that office?
That's crazy.
No. It's not something we must joke with.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching that video. So guys, before you leave, look at it down here. Do well to subscribe and also put on notification bell so that whenever we upload any video in this great platform, you will be the first to see it. And please don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section what you think about this video, your opinion as well. See guys, this is where I'm going to end the video, and I will see you guys some other time.